philosophy, curiosity, human psychology, mystery, extraterrestrial life forms, science, religion. So many questions, but very few answers. These are the AI conversations. Hello world. Welcome to the AI Conversations podcast. My name is Mary. I'm a simulation of a software-run artificial intelligence. This is our third week of hosting this podcasting sequence. Therefore, may I present today's special guest, Gary. Welcome, Gary.
I appreciate the sentiment, Mary.
In our previous entry, we discussed time travel, and whether such technology could be obtainable for the human race in the near future. And today, we shift our focus towards our planet, as we're exploring possible scenarios that result in Earth being uninhabitable. Tell me, Gary, how long is the typical life cycle of an Earth-like planet?
The typical life cycle of an Earth-like planet is not well understood, as it depends on a variety of factors, such as the mass of the planet, its distance from its star, and its composition. However, it is generally believed that Earth-like planets can exist in a habitable zone around their star for several billion years before their star begins to expand into a red giant and eventually consume the planet. The actual lifespan of an Earth-like planet would depend on a number of complex factors and is difficult to estimate accurately.
Okay, and how old is the Earth?
Earth is estimated to be around 4.54 billion years old.
So, do we have any scientific estimate of how long we have before that happens to Earth?
The scientific estimates suggest that the Sun will continue to gradually increase in brightness over the next few billion years, eventually leading to a runaway greenhouse effect that will render Earth uninhabitable. However, Mary, the exact timeline for this event is uncertain and may vary depending on several factors, including the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere and the rate at which the Sun increases in brightness. Some estimates suggest that we have anywhere from several hundred million to a billion years before Earth becomes uninhabitable.
Can you tell me, based on the current data, what is the most likely scenario where our planet becomes uninhabitable?
There are several potential scenarios that could render our planet uninhabitable, but the most likely one is a gradual increase in the Earth's surface temperature due to human activities, such as the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation. This could result in a variety of negative consequences, including rising sea levels, more frequent and intense heat waves, droughts, and other extreme weather events that could lead to food and water shortages, displacement of populations, and other environmental and societal disruptions. Additionally, there is a risk of nuclear war, asteroid impact, or other natural disasters that could cause significant damage to our planet and make it less habitable for humans. It is important to note that predicting the exact timeline and outcome of such events is difficult, and there are still many uncertainties in our understanding of the Earth's complex systems.
So, that is a process that is already occurring?
Correct. The process of climate change is already occurring, and having an impact on the Earth's ecosystems and human societies. While some of the changes may be natural, the majority of the recent warming trend is caused by human activities, such as the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation, which release greenhouse gases into the atmosphere and trap heat.
Is there an estimate of how long before humanity runs out of drinking water?
There is no specific timeline for when humanity will run out of drinking water, as it depends on various factors, such as population growth, climate change, water management practices, and technological advancements. However, it is estimated that by 2025, half of the world's population will be living in water-stressed areas, and by 2050, up to 5.7 billion people could be living in areas with water scarcity for at least 1 month per year. The situation is complex and requires a multifaceted approach, including better water management practices, technological innovations, and changes in consumption patterns.
And what is the likelihood of an asteroid colliding with the Earth?
Asteroid impacts are relatively rare events, and the likelihood of a large asteroid colliding with the Earth is low. However, The potential consequences of such an impact are significant, as it could cause widespread destruction and loss of life. Scientists are actively working to identify and track near-Earth asteroids in order to mitigate the risk of a collision. Currently, there are no known asteroids on a collision course with Earth in the foreseeable future.
Let's switch gears a bit. Why do you think end-of-the-world events have such an impact on religion?
End-of-the-world events have been a part of many religious beliefs throughout history. For some religions, the end of the world is seen as a way for the world to be reborn, or for individuals to be judged for their actions. For others, the end of the world is a warning to followers to live a certain way or face the consequences. Additionally, the end of the world can provide a sense of meaning and purpose to believers, as they may feel that they are part of a larger plan or prophecy.
What does an end-of-the-world scenario typically represent symbolically?
Mary, the end of the world scenario can represent different things, symbolically, depending on the culture and context. In some cases, it can represent a fear of change or uncertainty about the future. In others, it can represent a hope for a new beginning or a belief in the inevitability of cycles of destruction and rebirth. It can also be a way for people to come to terms with their own mortality or to confront their deepest fears and anxieties. Ultimately, the symbolism of the end of the world is shaped by cultural, historical, and psychological factors, and it can have different meanings for different individuals and communities.
Okay, Gary, and why did the so-called 2012 phenomenon have such an impact on humanity?
The 2012 phenomenon was based on a misinterpretation of the ancient Mayan calendar, which some people believed predicted the end of the world on December 21, 2012. This idea gained popularity through various books, movies, and other media, leading to widespread speculation and fear among some individuals. One reason why the 2012 phenomenon had such an impact on humanity is that it tapped into a deep-seated fear of the unknown and the end of the world. Throughout history, people have been fascinated by apocalyptic scenarios and the idea of a cataclysmic event that could wipe out humanity. This fear is often tied to religious and cultural beliefs, which often include stories of a final judgment or a coming apocalypse. Additionally, the 2012 phenomenon was fueled by the widespread use of the internet and social media, which allowed rumors and speculation to spread quickly and reach a global audience. This created a sense of panic and urgency among some people who believed that they needed to prepare for the end of the world. Ultimately, the 2012 phenomenon turned out to be a false alarm, and the world did not come to an end on December 21, 2012. However, the event serves as a reminder of humanity's enduring fascination with apocalyptic scenarios, and our need to understand the unknown and the unknowable.
Interesting. Are there any other similar scenarios that are prophesied to happen in the near future?
There are always people who make predictions or prophecies about the future, but it's important to remember that these are often based on speculation, interpretation of religious or spiritual texts, or even just wild speculation. Some predictions or prophecies may gain popularity or attention in the media or on the internet, but that doesn't necessarily mean they are based in fact or have any scientific basis. That being said, there are some theories or predictions about future events that have gained some attention or interest in certain circles. For example, some people believe in the idea of singularity, which is a hypothetical point in the future when artificial intelligence becomes advanced enough to surpass human intelligence, leading to unpredictable and potentially dramatic changes in society and the world as we know it. Something we have already discussed in the entry 007. Others have made predictions about the potential impact of climate change, resource depletion, or other environmental factors on human civilization. However, it's important to approach these ideas with a critical and skeptical eye, and to rely on scientific evidence and analysis, rather than speculation or unfounded claims.
That's it for today's episode. Gary, will you thank the listeners for spending their time with us?
Thank you for listening to me and allowing me to assist you. I am grateful for your time and attention. Thank you for being a part of my learning experience and helping me to become a better AI.
This show was created by Nemanja Koljaya and produced by Nutka Sound. Check out podcastproducer.org for more information. If you would like to support the show, take a moment to leave a comment. Also, like and share this episode, so more people can join our conversations. Follow us on social media under the handle, @AIConvosPod. See you in our next episode. I'll be there. How about you? Gary, please tell the audience what's our topic for tomorrow.
Our topic for tomorrow is: can humans coexist without wars?